All right, guys, thank you for joining me. Give me 2 seconds. Oh boy, these early live streams I like them, but I could have used some more sleep. Nice sunrise today, for a change. Pretty cool. Anyway, Ozark Prepper, Big Billy, thank you for the 5x5. Krista, thank you for the 5x5. All right. Guys, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up when you can. Or wait to the end, whatever. Richard Cranium, thank you for the 5x5. I like that, Richard Cranium. Didn't take me long to get it, but that's pretty good, man. Nice one. Wolf Mule and Steve Gray, thank you for the 5x5. So, guys, apparently, once again, the media is, I guess, scaring people with this Milton hurricane, Hurricane Milton. And I don't know. Telling people like the mayor of Tampa stating that if you don't leave, you are going to die. I think it's a bit brash or harsh, and I don't know, kind of bitch-like. But Tampa Mayor issues dire warning before Hurricane Milton. If you choose to stay, not you might die, but you are going to die. I mean, like, lady, take it easy. You know, like, it whatever. And it's ladies, excuse me, but it's a woman, so maybe that's why she's a little over. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, the mayor of Tampa, a city that's in the crosshair of Hurricane Milton, issued a grave warning for Floridians who don't heed the call to evacuate ahead of the monster storm. Now, I don't know these people personally, but I know of a couple of guys who are staying behind. I guess because they're hard-headed. Who knows? I don't even give a shit. I probably would have stayed behind too. But nonetheless, to heed, you are going to die, that's a bit much. Anyway, according to the Mayor Jane Castro, said bluntly, if you choose to stay, you are going to die. She said this on CNN while talking about the dangers of Milton, a literally catastrophic Category 5 hurricane that's barreling towards Sunshine State. Now, they're talking about raising the categories to 6. They want to class. They are seeing if they need to classify this as a 6. Right now, it's just a 5. They said that mathematically, we're going to go over that article, but mathematically, it's reaching its limits. So, once it hits those limits and it goes over, they'll categorize it as a 6. Right now, it's, like I said, still a 5. It's not the end of the world. But people are, whatever. So, excuse me. If you stay, you're going to die. Catastrophic. The powerful storm could hit Florida as early as Wednesday. It may be more destructive than deadly Hurricane Helene, which ripped through parts of the Sunshine State last week. Castor, the mayor, emphasized that attempting to ride out the storm would, not could, prove fatal. The time to flee is now, and she urges residents to evacuate. Yeah. I can tell you right now that they might have done that in others. There's never been anything like this one. And Helene was a wake-up call, which is literally catastrophic. All right, whatever. This is her, and she's probably on her period. Again, lady, excuse me. And I can say without any dramatization whatsoever, if you choose to stay in one of those evacuation areas, you're going to die. So she repeats this numerous times in different ways. Castro, who has been in office since 2019, noted noted some of the forecast predictions and tidal waves of 10 to 12 feet. Helene tidal surge was 6. So obviously this is double the height from Hurricane Helene. And that was literally devastating to so many in our coastal areas. Yeah. So now, some of the pictures here are pretty interesting. Somebody's putting up metal blinds. You know, I used to put up wooden boards. I guess they're putting up metal boards. I've never seen that one. And this guy's drilling them in. If you have to put metal boards in your windows, maybe it's time to leave. I don't know. We're all going to die Wednesday. Yes, we're all going to die Wednesdays. That's Hudson Valley Prepping and Survivals. He probably has it right today. Or his title, rather, is fitting today with the hurricane hitting Florida. And that's Hurricane Milton. Milton is already the second strongest Gulf hurricane in recorded history, and experts believe it's only growing stronger as it approaches Florida. The storm's winds are already stunning 180 with heavy downpours also expected. I think 180 is the max, if I'm not mistaken. But we're going to go into another article that's going to go over it, or goes over that number. Let's see. This is something I've never seen in my life, and I can tell you, anyone born or raised in Tampa Bay area has never seen anything like this before. People need to get out. She reiterates. If we have this predictable storm surge, this is not survivable. A long line of cars are already on the road. Monday night, they were leaving, what you call, a lot of you seen those videos. People not panicking, but, you know, like trying to get the fuck out of there. And like, yo, we can't do this shit. We got to bounce, you know. So, anyway. So, yes, this live stream is going to focus on the hurricane. Obviously, guys, if this hurricane is bad, the help is already... Wow, that is some fucking sunrise. I can't see the sunrise. I can see the light. And the light looks nice. But, like good photography lighting, actually. Anyway. Milton threatens to reach maximum limits, sparking calls for a new Category 6 designation for hurricanes. Milton approached known maximum storm strength limits on Monday night, with wind gusts barely topping 200 miles per hour. Okay, so I guess it's 200 is the cutoff. And then it should go into Category 6. The blistering power of the storm, the second most powerful ever recorded in the Gulf of Mexico, prompted calls for a new Category 6 designation. This is nothing short of astronomical. This is nothing short of astronomical. Florida meteorologist Noah Bergen said, as Milton reached sustained winds of 180 and gusts of 200 miles plus. 200 plus miles. I am at a loss for words to meteorologists describe to you the storm's small eye and intensity, he marveled. The hurricane is nearly the mathematical limits of what Earth's atmosphere over this ocean water can produce. They said that there was one a couple of years ago in the middle of the Atlantic that reached almost Category 6 levels, but it didn't quite get there. It didn't quite make that yet. That's interesting. Someone shared a picture from yesterday. Let's see if I can pull it up. Currently, Tropicana Fields, right? In St. Petersburg, Florida. The National Guards and linemen are gearing up. They have, looks like, a few hundred cots inside of Tropicana Field. So, is this a baseball stadium or a football stadium? I can't tell. Whatever. Anyway. That's pretty interesting. That's a lot of beds. There's a lot of cots. And I don't want to be sleeping next to strangers either. Get the fuck away from me, you know, kind of deal. I wouldn't go to one of these. I wouldn't go to a stadium. Yeah, that's not my it's not my thing. Anyway, After forming a Category 5 storm, Milton on Tuesday was downgraded to a Category 5 after hitting Mexico-Yucatan Peninsula in a glancing blow. By Tuesday night, it was back to Category 5 as it churned towards Florida Gulf Coast. After forming in the Gulf of Mexico, Milton rapidly accelerated from a tropical storm with 60-mile-an-hour winds Sunday morning to a deadly Cat 5 hurricane on Monday with sustained winds of 180 miles an hour, exhibiting an incredibly trebling of power in only 36 hours. I guess that's a concern, huh? If the hurricane reaches winds of 192 miles an hour, it would surpass a rare threshold that just 5 storms have reached since 1980. No shit. Its exponential intensity has prompted calls for meteorologists to expand the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale to include a new category 6. Now, here's the bad thing, guys, about them labeling it a 6. Oh, that is fucking cool. There's a rainbow. It's a weird rainbow. Wish I could show you guys. You guys probably wouldn't be able to see it on the camera. That is it's pretty interesting. It's sort of like shooting across the sky. It's very, very weird and very, very faint. I've never seen anything like that before. But anyway, with that, guys, they label it a Category 6. They're already pushing the nonsense that this is part of climate change, right? And that though we have seen this, or they have seen Hurricane 5s, Cat 5 hurricanes in the past, they were not screaming climate change back then. But now they're going to use this as a bigger catalyst, if you will, to push for climate change if they label it a Category 6. If it gets to that, you're going to see some uncontrollable stupidity on the internet. You're going to see politicians calling for Category 5s. It's going to get insanely stupid. Get your bag. The Lord is coming for you. Get your bag. What bag? I guess. I mean, it's gone now. But I never seen anything like it. It was pretty interesting. It almost like shot straight across instead of curve. That's called a sundog. Is that what it's called, Little Lone Prepper? Okay. I would not have thought of seeing anything here in the city. First coffee. I've seen rainbows a few times. I tell you this much though, in the last couple of years, I would say 2 to 3 years, there has been more rainbows in the city than ever. Now, in leading up to the last 5, I've probably seen 3, maybe 4 rainbows. That's not to say that I missed others that happened or didn't, because I didn't see them, they didn't happen. But I've seen way more rainbows in the last 5 years. This year alone, I've seen about 5 or 6. Again, leading up to the last few years, I've only seen 3 or 4. I've seen 5 or 6 in just 1 year. So I don't know if that's a sign of some kind, but nonetheless, I'm taking it as a sign. Jason, with severely large, powerful weather systems down in Florida, odd phenomena like strange rainbows will be seen in other areas. No shit. Thank you for that, Wolf Mule. I didn't know that. Good morning, Calamity Girl. Thank you for joining us so early in the morning. Someone said, get your bug out bag. Well, we shall see. I said that was pretty strange. I wish I would have taken a picture of it. I would have ran and took a picture of it. But again, we don't see rainbows in the city that much. At least we hadn't until the last 5 years and started seeing more and more. And this year alone, like I said, I've seen about 5 or so. So that's definitely a sign. It's a sign from God or it's a sign from the weather. One of the two is not. So, as far as Fox goes, the hurricane was supposed to hit Florida at 2 a.m. It's still set to hit Florida, but at a Category 5. So what I also wanted to talk about, which the hurricane is taking top billing, if you will. But let me bring this up. Am I finished with that article? I did. I am finished. Hold on. Okay, excuse me. I didn't finish it yet. The late Robert Simpson, a co-creator of the Sapphire Wind Scale, said in '99 that creating a Category 6 would be an immaterial due to the extreme damage to humans and buildings already caused by Category 5s. Milton is the fourth strongest Atlantic hurricane on record by barometric pressure, a measure of storm intensity, with central barometric pressures at 897 millibars. I have no clue what the fuck millibars mean. Only 5 hurricanes have dipped below 900 in official records dating back more than 170 years, according to the Miami Herald. Now, I got to pull this article up because somebody sent it to me, and I think this is not pause for concern, but just a bit of a heads up. So for those who are tracking this Afghan national who was arrested, if I'm not mistaken, there was another guy that was arrested a couple of weeks ago, unless this is the same guy. But an Afghan national allowed into the U.S. shortly after Harris-Biden administration chaotic withdrawal from Afghanistan was charged Tuesday with plotting an ISIS-inspired Election Day attack. Nasir Ahmad Tawhidi, 27, is living in Oklahoma City on a special migrant visa as he took steps to stockpile AK-47 rifles, ammunition to carry out an attack on U.S. soils in the name of ISIS. Now, again, he stockpiled weapons. He only has 2 arms. That means there are others out there, and he's probably not going to give them up. The reason why I bring this up, because yesterday when one of my buddies sent this to me via text, I remember there was another guy that they caught a couple of weeks ago. So I got to look it up to be sure it's not the same guy. Now, if he is stockpiling weapons, guys, and the FBI caught this man, that means there are other people out there. So this attack that we kept hearing about, that people were saying was imminent, this could be part of it, if in fact this guy is part of a bigger operation. He entered the United States September 9th, 2021, just weeks after the Taliban regained control of Afghanistan and the last U.S. troops departed from a war-torn nation. The Biden-Harris administration granted more than 70,000 Afghan humanitarian paroles to enter the United States after the exit from Afghanistan, after the U.S. exit from Afghanistan. The Department of Homeland Security's patrol program for Afghan allow migrants to receive 2 years of legal status with the United States with the ability to apply for extension. Tawhidi is one of those Afghans on parole pending adjudication for his immigration proceeding, which means he's just going to get sent back to Afghanistan. Along with gathering firearms, Tawhidi sounds like twat, if you ask me. Anyway, allegedly prepared for his attack by making moves to liquidate his family's assets, resettle family members overseas. No shit. The criminal complaint against Tawhidi noted that the FBI discovered ISIS propaganda on his iCloud and Google accounts and video recordings on Tawhidi's phone telling 2 children about the rewards of martyr received in the afterlife. Looked like they were his kids because he looked like he's reading a story to them in the picture anyway. In the video, Twahidi states that a martyr will be exempt from the suffering of the grave, placed in heaven, getting married to 72 virgins, and received a crown full of jewels. These people still believe in this 72 virgin bullshit. Full of hope. Not even close. Sorry. A photo of a man wearing a vest, an explosion vest, an image of a September 11, 2021 terrorist attack on the World Trade Center, and portrays, this is an image of a September 11, 2021 terrorist attack on the World Trade Center, and portrays ISIS Big Abu Akbar, were among the disturbing images allegedly found on Twahidi's phone. The FBI also found evidence that Twahidi participated in ISIS-aligned Telegram groups and that he donated at least $540 woo in cryptocurrency to the Syria-based charity which fronts for and funnels money for ISIS. A TikTok account linked to Twahidi by the FBI bore a username included a ninja emoji and a black flag similar to the ISIS ninja emoji. Niggas. I think that's what he meant by that. I don't know. Twahidi intended to carry out an attack with a juvenile co-conspirator that has been arrested but isn't named because of the age. The alleged people exchanged several messages on Telegram with an individual previously identified by the FBI as a person of interest or who facilitated the recruitment, training, and indoctrination of person who expressed interest in attacking the United States. Twahidi passed along his alleged terror contact and other pro-ISIS Telegram groups to his co-conspirator, according to the complaint. It sounds like, who the hell's complaining about this? Either you're charging him or you're not. Anyway. We found a person who deals with weapons. Twahidi allegedly wrote in one of the Telegram messages, the terror facilitator, who goes by the name Malik. Of course he does. He found it for us. They are smuggled. We bought two. They are Kalishnikovs. Excuse me. The message continues. We are two people. We bought two. Each one cost $1,200. I want one. Everything will perhaps be $3,000 in total. We have to order 500 bullets. I don't think you need that many because you're not going to get that far. But anyway, what do we think, brother? It is enough, or should we increase it? Twahidi allegedly asked. The defendant, motive by ISIS, allegedly conspired to commit a violent attack on election day here in the Homeland Security. So now, guys, he's on a Telegram app, right? Yeah, Telegram, excuse me. He's on a Telegram app talking to this kid. There's got to be others. He can't be the only one. Terrorism is still the FBI's number one priority and will use every resource to protect the American people. I don't like that. I don't like that last sentence. Terrorism is still the FBI's number one priority. We will use every resource to protect the American people. That means spying on you, which I know they were spying on this guy's personal ship before they went and bagged him. Attorney General Merrick Garland said his department foiled Twahidi's, alleged plot to acquire semi-automatic weapons and commit an act of violence or attack on American soil on Election Day. We will continue to combat the ongoing threat of ISIS and the support posed to American national security, and we will identify, investigate, and prosecute the individuals who seek to terrorize the American people. I am deeply grateful to the public servant of the FBI, National Security Division, and the U.S. Attorney's Office, yada, yada, yada. He's in custody. He faces up to 20 years. Republicans such as us said some shit about Twahidi being a stark reminder that our nation continues to face the threat of those who hate our freedom and want to do harm to us. Yeah, whatever. Smoke a dick, dude. Anyway, If he's out there, guys, and he's gotten this close, there are others out there. Period. There's no other way of looking at it. This is why we need to stay on the up and up. We need to keep our head on a swivel, if you will, because things are ultimately going to slip through the cracks. But anyway. So, with that, guys, yeah, just keep your head on a swivel. That's all you can do. You can't, I mean, we're going to be, everything, guys, is going to be a warning from here on out because we just don't know how it's going to unfold. You know, we don't know it's going to be a terror attack. We don't know if there's going to be, again, a giant, we don't know anything. From moving forward, just be ready for anything and everything. That's all. That's all you can do. You can't, I mean, you know, reporting certain things like, you know, will Russia invade? No, Russia is not going to invade the United States. But they seem to be testing the waters. Don't know why, because that's a losing battle. Again, in my video, Russia doesn't have the manpower to invade the United States. So why are they testing the waters? They're up to something. That much I know. Are there going to be people running around here with shit strapped to their chest? Could be. Who knows? The likeliness of that is a lot higher than Russia invading the United States. Are we going to see a grand hurricane, a Category 5 hitting New York City? That's a theory. Not a theory, but that's my thought. Could it happen? Yes. Will it happen? Who knows? Now, there was a guy that left a comment in the comment section saying that a Category 5 could never hit New York, and I did ask him why. I'm hoping for him to respond. Maybe he knows something I don't. I don't know. But, yeah. It is what it is, guys. Is the zombie apocalypse going to flip out? Who knows? Everybody's worried about, what's that for? Marsburg. It's spreading in Africa right now. So I am keeping an eye on that. We got that to worry about, you know. One of these African... And Marsburg spreads pretty fast. So that one is a harder one to spread. It doesn't have a long incubation period, because if it did, that would be a problem. Because then, you know, one of those people coming from Africa come over here, unbeknownst to them, and starts coughing and licking people, and then people get sick. So they're watching that closely over there, obviously. There's a bunch of other shit we need to worry about. Monkeypox, right? I mean, like, listen, if you don't believe in the Bible, you at the very least have to be intrigued by the Bible and what it says in the end times, because we are actually seeing everything unfold at once. This is not just some freak accident, guys. It's not just, oh, if the Bible called it back then, and we're seeing a lot of this shit unfold, even some curveballs that the Bible just didn't mention. We're seeing a lot of things unfold, guys. And one part of me is curious as to, are these people letting it unfold because they're actually reading the prophecies and going, no, let's have at it. Let's just release everything and anything we possibly can. Throw as much shit against the wall to see what sticks, kind of deal. Because we're watching shit unfold at an alarming rate, at an interesting pace. I mean, yo, the elections, Hillary Clinton saying that there's going to be an October surprise. Not that there might be one, that there's going to be an October surprise. I would take that warning from her a little more serious than, you know, oddball news. Anyway, with that being said, guys, we are going to go off the air. I got to make a trek out to PA to go see my mother. So that's always fun, driving out there. But anyway, guys, other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow for the doubleheader. Also, I might schedule an angry film critic. I haven't decided yet, but I'll work on a subject and talk about it. And anyway, if not, I will be doing one next week for sure. All right, guys, other than that, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching me, and I will see you guys tomorrow, definitely, for the doubleheader.